Hello, everyone. Honestly, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm going to do this anyway. But at the same time, I'm doing this for someone specifically, and I'm going to end up sending it to that person. But I'm not going to mention any name or anything so that whoever around will not have an idea who this person is. But by the time this person gets to see this video, they will actually know that, yes, indeed, it is them I'm talking about. See, let me tell every one of us, life is not fair. Life is never fair. That's what life it is. At every point in time that we find ourselves, what we must do is that live life. Life will always have its highs and its lows. And when you sit down and always you keep saying to yourself, why me? This is happening to me, that is happening to me. Do you know what is happening to other people? Do you know what is happening to other people? And when life is good for you, do you ask, why is this life good for you? Why is it that you are enjoying, some other people are suffering? You understand? Life is like that. It is not fair. It is life, and we have to live with it. There are ups and there are downs. The same way you enjoy your ups, learn to also enjoy and appreciate your downs, and find out what are the lessons that you're going to learn from that and be a better and a stronger person. There are many people who see me, they always say, Aisha, you're all bait. It seems as if nothing happens in your life. A lot happened in my life. But for every time that I find things happening in my life, I keep going. I keep moving. And I'm always grateful. Gratitude is everything. If you're able to get a life of gratitude, even at your weakest point, even at the point where you're suffering the most, you're able to be thankful for what you have. You will surmount a lot of things. You will surmount a lot of things. But if you go through life at every moment, you're always thinking that, oh, it is only you that have a problem. Oh, this is happening to you. And you don't even appreciate the growth that you have. I tell you, you will never have a fulfilled life. You will never have a happy life, because at every point in time there is one thing or the other that will make you not feel the best that you're supposed to be. At every point in time there is one thing or the other where you see someone else who is doing better than you. When you see someone else who is achieving, it seems as if you're not achieving. Everything has its own season. You understand? There's a season of growth, there's a season of non-growth, there is a time of happiness, there's a time of tears, there is a time of, being there. Whatever you must do is that live life the second you have limited time on this earth. If you have to cry, cry with passion, cry with your whole being. And when you're done with crying, you stand up, you move on, you go. It's not at every time that you're always thinking the things that I need, that I'm supposed to have, the things that I'm missing, the things that it's not there. Life is not a pizza man. It doesn't do delivery. You have to go out and get what you want. Also, like I said earlier, life is not fair. Life is not here to be fair to you. Life is sick and tired. Life has seen so many things. So many people have passed through this world. Do we know how many billions or maybe trillions that have gone through this life? They have at every moment. So life is dejected. Is tired, is sick and tired of the same circle again and again. The same people, they will come and they don't stay forever. They go, they die, they move on. So what you will do in this part that you find yourself, live your life. Nobody is going to live your life for you. Nobody is going to give you the perfect thing. And one thing that is most important, appreciate growth. The problems you had yesterday are not the problems you have today. Some of these problems have gone on. Instead of saying, why me? Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? On the 22nd of March, my husband woke me up and I got the news no parents were to hear. I literally lost hope. They stayed on. They have learned my lessons during this period. But God gave us a miracle. I've been humbled by the miracle that God has given us in the Yesufu family. We all have been humbled. But I didn't come to tell anybody anything was going on. I lived. I continued. I brought up every day. I did my business. There were some who noticed though. I remember some who sent message and said, "Oh Aisha, why are you whispering?" There were times I had to whisper when I was doing video. But I know I had committed myself to doing 4 videos every day, and no matter what, I need to put out those 4 videos. That my life was in shambles and going through this and did not matter. I put it on. But there was a particular message, and that's the reason why I'm even talking about this, that someone sent to me. And she said, I like to watch your this one that you are whispering. When you are ready to talk and you talk, I will come back. And I laughed. I said, that's what it's all. And I remember I replied the lady and I said, thank you very much. I'm wishing you all the best. She didn't know what I was going through, that I was whispering. So I don't know what you're going through, but you stand up. At that moment, learn. My lesson from that moment, we're still on it, it's still not over. But I spoke today because I spoke to someone whom I said, oh, this is the main reason why I'm doing this video. And I decided to make it even a public video, not just to talk to the person and then that's it. Because there are other people who are there. I used to have someone who was in that line. I remember one day I took her to the hospital. I said, let's walk through the hospital so that you will see people who are sick, people who are dying, people who can't breathe, and you appreciate your life. Because this particular person, I was seeing progress in her life. She wasn't seeing progress in her own life because every day she compared herself to others. You have no business comparing yourself with any other person. You came onto this world alone. Even if you were twins, when you came out, you faced different direction. Even when you were looking at each other, you are looking at different direction, looking at a different perspective in life, and you have to go on from there. So most times people don't even see this growth. So every moment, learn from it. I lived with this whole experience. I realized that there is a time when you are afraid to hope because hope is too big. And that made me realize that there are Nigerians who do not believe in Nigeria. I will tell you, oh, it will not work, or you're doing something. You know, this experience that we had from the 22nd of March is still not over. We're still on it, but we're grateful for the miracle that God has done in our family. It's only a miracle. What did I learn? That sometimes you'll be too afraid to hope. Sometimes you're afraid. That's why you shut yourself out of everything. I remember as a girl, I had lost hope. Preparing my family, the kids, everyone, just preparing everyone, the rest and say. But I remember there was one person who never lost hope. And it was so adamant. Mine was that let me just prepare every other person. So this is where we are. This is, you understand, this is what we're facing now. The final this thing. And my son had hope. He said, I know this person will fight through. I know. And in my mind, even when there was a bit of improvement coming on, I'm like, no, this might be the surge. This might be this. This might be that. He stayed on it. And at that moment, I realized that, yes, those Nigerians that I see, who sometimes they make me angry, when they come with their pessimism, when they come, they tell me, oh, Nigeria this, I realized it was that they were afraid to hope. For the first time in my life, between 22nd of March to around, around first week of April, I was afraid to hope. And I gave up. And I prepared myself for the worst. And God decided to teach me a lesson. And I learned that lesson. And even though it's still hard, I'm going on. Every one of us, we must find that place. That dark distance. I lived it. Live life full. Life is not always full of joy. Life is not about happiness. Life is not about things going smoothly for you. Life is about ups and down. And sometimes the down will be down. Don't ever be asking, why me alone? Look around and see that even in that down, there is hope. Even in the down of the down, there is hope, and you get that hope from there. You pick that hope. I'm one person, when it comes to hope, I hold on to him. But for the first time in my life, in my over 51 years of life, I didn't have that hope. And God used it to teach me a lesson. And now I have learned what it is when some people can't see that hope. But whatever you do, this is it. In that situation, find what are the good things. Like, what are the things, good things around? Where are the things for you to be grateful for? Remember years ago, maybe almost like 15, 16 years ago, I walked into a pharmacy to buy drugs. And the guy looked at me and said, for someone this young, the way he said it, and I said to him, at that time they were saying my left carotid artery wasn't working, wasn't supplying my brain very well and everything. And I looked at him and I said, but at least I can afford the drugs. There are some people who can't afford the drugs. That's how life is. So instead of me wallowing and thinking, why me? Because I was asking, why not me? Who is it that I want to carry that body? It's what are the things that I can be grateful for within the moment. Please, if there's anything you do for yourself, let me tell you, trials and tribulations, they are all part of life. You see us, you see people, they're talking, they're laughing, they're going on with their business. You don't know what is in their business. You don't know what is going on in their life. So if you can take a moment and say, in this trial, what is it that I'm grateful for? It could be having a great partner, having children who don't stress you, having people around you who make life easy for you. It could be being able to feed yourself. It could be having education. It could be anything. Look for that thing and hold on to it. And let me tell you also, don't focus too much on what is going wrong or what is going bad. Learn from it. Live it. Enjoy it. As bad as it is, in your moment of suffering, enjoy it. Experience, okay, let me not even call it enjoy it. Experience it fully. As I am now, if there's anything that make me break down, I will break down and weep like a child. When I'm done, I will stand up and I move. I know everybody is not like me, but I'm just saying, stop the pity parties. They don't help anybody. They only get you down. Everybody is going through something. Your moment of going through something, learn from them. Use them as tool to go on. I keep going. I will share one experience with you. In 2011, between 2011 and 2012, my business was going through hell. I was losing every day. In short, I didn't even realize my 39th birthday. It was years later when I was going through my emails, I realized it was on that day that I sent an email to my manufacturer in China, and I said to him, stop all manufacturing. I don't know what's happening in Nigeria. I was bringing in containers and containers and containers of tomato paste, and I was having to sell them at loss, massive loss. You're selling hundreds of millions of naira and you're losing hundreds of millions of naira. It was crazy. Tomato paste that I will import and bring to Lagos, I will clear everything, a container, the 170 gram that is costing me 1,030 naira, 1,080 naira, depending on the demurrage that you incur and all of that. I'll carry them from Kano. I was selling from Lagos. I was selling them in Kano for like 650 for every container. For every carton, I was losing like 300, 400 naira. For the carton I was selling, I had cleared at 1,000 something. It was crazy, and I had thousands of those tomato paste. But you know what I did at the end of the day? One day I said to myself, for someone who grew up not sure of where she was going to eat her next meal, to now I'm losing hundreds of thousands of dollars, I'm like, that's progress. That's why I say, in that moment that things are bad, find that thing that you can be grateful for, and you'll be okay. Thank you very much.